Do you love games that require you to think hard, like puzzles, riddles, Rubik's, Lego blocks, or even reading? What part of your head did you use a lot to get the answers? Yes, your brain. Your brain controls your whole body together with the spinal cord. It dictates your actions, your thoughts, your taste, and everything else. The brain is protected by the skull, and it is one of the organs in our nervous system, along with our spinal cord and the nerves around our body. There are three major parts of our brain: the cerebrum, cerebellum, and the brain stem. Let's tackle first the cerebrum. This is the control center of all your voluntary actions and thoughts. The cerebrum has two sides, the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. If you are a right-handed person, the left hemisphere is in control. And if you are a left-handed person, the right hemisphere is in control. The left hemisphere controls activities that require logical thinking and language, while the right hemisphere controls activities that are imaginative and creative. Next we have is the cerebellum. This part of your brains helps you with coordination of your movements, posture, and balance. Then we have the brain stem. This controls the involuntary actions like the beating of your heart, breathing, and blinking. Ailments and common problems of the brain. The first we have is amnesia. It is when a person cannot remember or memorize information that is stored in the brain or memory. It happens when one encounters a serious brain injury or a disease. Second we have is the Alzheimer's disease. It is when a person has problems with memory, thinking, and behavior. It usually happens to old people. The symptoms usually develop slowly and then it gets worse as time goes by. It can also affect a person's work. Now let's tackle about the stomach and the intestines. When you chew your food and swallow it, it travels down to your stomach. The stomach looks like a sac that is found at the end of the esophagus. Its stomach muscles grind the food into smaller pieces with the help of the enzymes in the gastric juice. It takes about 3 to 4 hours for the food to be digested. Did you know that our stomach can be stretched to hold 2 liters or more of our food? But this is when we feel full. The intestines, also called as guts. The intestines are tubes with muscles and capillaries on their walls. There are 2 kinds of intestines, the small intestine and the large intestine. After the food is broken down into tiny bits in the stomach, it goes down now to the small intestine. The small intestine is the longest organ in our digestive system. It is about 6 meters long. It is in the small intestine where the final digestion takes place. Food that has not been digested by the small intestine goes to the large intestine. It is also called as colon, and it is slightly shorter than the small intestine. It is only about 1.5 meters long. No digestion happens in the large intestine. The only function it has is to absorb water and mineral salts. The lowest part of the large intestine is the rectum. Ailments and common problems in the intestine. The first one we have is called diarrhea. It is also called as LBM or loose bowel movement. There are many things that can cause diarrhea. It can be stress or the food you eat. Here are some preventive ways for diarrhea. First, wash your hands before handling food. Then, make sure that the food you eat is clean, fresh, and not expired. Chew your food well and drink lots of water. Another common problem is constipation. When you are constipated, it means your bowel movements are tough, thus making it difficult to move your bowels. Constipation remedies include eat foods high in fiber, avoid coffee and alcohol, and do not hold back stool. Have a routine. Daily exercise, drink a lot of water, and maintain positive emotions.
That would be all